Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu? Fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
Score a 2 for $5 deal on a sausage McMuffin with egg and more. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
More people listen to KFH than any other sports radio station in South Central Kansas, including Wichita. This is 97.5 and 1240 KFH. Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey Wichita, it's Jacob Albracht. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next, exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. After losing to OKC last night, LeBron James said, quote, "We're not a championship team," end quote. No cap. LeCap. Now tell us something we didn't already know. I mean, he's not wrong. They're not a championship team. They're probably not even a get out of the first round team. Not the way they're currently constructed, not the way they're currently banged up, and most of all, not the way they play just one end of the floor, and rarely play all 48 minutes of any given game. Now, Laker honks will have you believe that if they're healthy, then they're absolutely a championship caliber squad. No, they're not. Because even when they are healthy, they still don't play defense. And you're not contending for jack if you don't guard anyone. And they don't guard anyone. Never mind 3-and-D, they're most likely one and done, especially in the rugged West. I'm Jim Rome. And as an added bonus, if you can head on over to our YouTube channel and hit the sub button for Jim Rome.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
Aloha, Mr. Hahn.
Happy Hawaiian Shirt Wednesday, everybody. Welcome into Sports Daily. Jacob Albracht, TJ Cleveland. It is a get you ready for a big shocker regular season show day. We're going to talk a lot of college hoops. We'll have, for the shocker side, Wichita State Athletic Director Kevin Saul going to join a little bit later in this hour. Assistant coach PJ Kuznard going to join in the next hour. Looking ahead to USF tonight, Charles Koch Arena, 6 o'clock. Big-time American implications. This is the good stuff for Shocker basketball. We've been waiting for basketball like this in February for a couple of years, so we're looking forward to it. We'll get you all the latest there. Look ahead to South Florida with the assistant coach and all the different stuff there. We also will talk some KU hoops with Shreya Sladar, KU insider, KU beat reporter for the KC Star, will join us in the next hour as well. A lot to get to today for you on the show, and it's all What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, with a Keep the Glass special for you and your Valentine. 1 appetizer, 1 pizza, 2 local craft beers, and 2 WBC pint glasses to keep for only $45 on February 13th and 14th. Only $45 for a Valentine's date, and you get a gift. Available at all 3 WBC locations on February 13th and 14th. Pizza and beer made here. Max Power's with us. He's got your KFH hotline ready to roll at 869-1240. We've got your video streams, of course, on 12 News Connected. Thanks for watching us there. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, or X, you can leave us video comments. If you're listening to us on the Odyssey app, you have voice messages as well. TJ, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Caught some luge yesterday in the Winter Olympics. How tuned in have you been? I know you're a big curling guy. I need to get a TV in front of me while I'm doing the show, because this is probably prime time Olympic watching.
Yeah, I'm an Olympic fan. I'm not like locked in constantly, but when it's on, especially if there's an American in the event or an American reason to be locked in, I lock in. I lock in as much as I can. Yeah, I love curling. Curling has a special place for me because, back in the day, before we could stream everything and, before you could really attack the Olympics, you could catch curling at like 3 a.m. on MSNBC. And so in college or shortly thereafter, I was always watching curling because it was always on. I loved it. Yeah. And I still love it. And the Americans blew it yesterday.
Curling might honestly be like for Americans. Like, curling might be the primetime Winter Olympic sport, like, unironically. Like, I think it started off ironically, but now it's the one that, like, everybody basically knows the rules, but it's, they know the rules of curling, but they don't really know the rules of the, competitive figure skating, not the average American, I feel like. Curling is the most dumbed-down sport, I think, to understand, because the Winter Olympic Games have some of the, like I was watching the one yesterday where it was, like, the ski shooting. Like, yeah. I have no idea what's going on.
They are getting distance out of it, right? With the like the flat skiing, and then they stop and shoot a target. I actually like that.
I had never seen that before in my life, and I was like, really? What am I watching? What is this?
I've seen it. I've seen that one. The Winter Olympics, once they added, that's the biathlon, by the way, biathlon. The Winter Olympics, once they added like snowboarding and all the trick stuff with ski, like that's when the Winter Olympics got up there. Still not as good as summer, but up there.
Yeah, I agree. Summer's always
like be. I don't think curling's simple. I'm watching that. I've got it on in the office yesterday, so it's muted. Now let me just tell you, watching Winter Olympics muted is not easy to do. So we went from curling, and I can see the score, but I'm still not 100% sure what scores in curling. So without the announcers or the crowd to like tell me it was a good stone, I'm like, is that good? Are we in good shape here? It was a little tough. You had to go basically off facial expressions, and then that goes right into figure skating. And I'm like, well, I think that was awesome. Was it awesome? But you don't know because you don't have the announcers to tell you.
I know. Figure skating, especially this, and I mean, there's a little bit of this in, like gymnastics in the summer, is that like the floor routines or whatever, like you watch it and you're like, that was really good. It's like, she's in last place. Oh, okay. That was not as good as I thought. I don't understand. Like yesterday I was watching figure skating because the guy with the ties to the stuff in Wichita, Max Nomov. Have you seen all that story? That's a really
tell me what
story.
That is, because that's another one where I know it's got some, because I see him showing his picture of his family, so I assume it has something to do with the plane crash. But what is that one?
His parents were coaches, and they were here in Wichita. I don't know if this is correct or not, but I think he was here as well, and he left early. The parents stayed to help with the clinic. The parents obviously were on the plane crash and all the sad stuff there. And so he's, made his Olympics debut 1 year later, almost for like the week. It's a really cool story. So seeing that yesterday we were locked into the TV for that.
I love the Olympics though, like as a whole, like just in general, whatever it is, I'll give it some time. I would never watch this stuff otherwise, right? Like never the rest of the year. Like you could show me the American slalom championships and I would just go right on by. But when it's like soccer for me, you give me the World Cup or you give me the Olympics and I am locked into soccer.
Yep.
So I love it. I love the Olympics. We have the time change, unfortunately, with this one. That always sucks. It's okay. Like right now, you can flip something on if you're at work or whatever and have it on in the background. You might be catching it live. But for my kids who are also way into it as much as they can be, like they don't know it's not live. So it doesn't really matter for them. It was the same way with the Summer Olympics this past year. So it's great. I love it.
I like the primetime replay. Like I don't know how often. I imagine that used to happen all the time because streaming wasn't as prevalent as it is now. But I'm a big fan of the replay. Here's the expedited what happened in all these events. This is how, because that always is the big question. And like the World Cup's the same way. And like even like the Masters. Like I always tell Tommy, like Tommy's a big Masters nut, and I love golf. And I've loved it more than I ever have now. But, like, how do you watch the Masters? Like, I understand, like, the Sunday finish, they're going to take you through all the things you need to see. But, like, Thursday at the Masters, there's, like, 17 different streams. Do I watch one hole? Do I follow a group? Like, how do you watch that? How do you watch the Olympics when there's 17 events going on at one time?
Well, the good thing about the Olympics, you just pick your event, right? You just pick which event. Same thing with golf. Like, you pick which golfer, I suppose, you want to follow. I'd rather see the primetime live. I'd rather not know what happened going into it. We didn't have social media. And so even though primetime was on it, you probably didn't know what was going to happen. Like you'd have to really, maybe ESPN would talk about it, but it was easy to avoid. Like it was, there wasn't a lot of spoilers. Now, like you can't, there's no way, unless you just totally disconnect, you don't see the major headlines until you get to, like, what's already happened. And it's okay. It's still fun to watch. But like I said, my kids don't see it. So it's good. I'm glad you brought up the Olympics. We haven't talked a second about the Olympics. And I am an Olympics guy. I love when it's Team USA versus whatever. I'm all in.
That's right. By the way, for the people listening, if you can hear the squeaks behind me, the puppy has now learned how to use the squeaker toys. So this is a battle we will now fight here on Sports Daily in the mornings.
That's fine. That's fine. We are a dog-friendly show here on Sports Daily. When we return, we'll connect with Kevin Saul, Wichita State Athletic Director, as they get ready to host a big regular season game. And we'll tell you about that and everything else going on with the Shockers. BJ Kuznard, Trias Latta joining the show as well today. It's a fun Wednesday. Why not celebrate with your favorite Hawaiian? We'll be right back.
This is Sports Radio KFH.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu? Fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I ordered the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
Score a 2 for $5 deal on a sausage McMuffin with egg and more. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's almost President's Day, and this year I've got a winning strategy for saving big. I'm skipping the phony sales and instead scoring everyday low prices on my favorite pieces from Bob's Discount Furniture. When I shop Bob's, I get more of what I love. More style, more storage, more comfort, more choices, even more years on that precious mattress warranty. All for a fraction of the cost of what you pay at other stores. So this President's Day weekend, stop in or shop online and see how much more you can save when you dare to compare at Bob's.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic. The main roads are looking good, but be aware of construction on Southeast Boulevard northbound at 31st Street. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather. Mostly sunny and mild today, a high of 55, but far less wind than Tuesday. Southeast breeze 5 to 15. Becoming partly cloudy overnight, low 35. Partly cloudy on Thursday and milder with a high in the low 60s. Becoming mostly cloudy Friday, high of 60. Rain chances return on Valentine's Day. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Basically, get out of the way.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
How many first place votes should Justin Herbert have gotten?
No, it's 0. He's not an MVP.
Well, it turns out.
No, he got 1 MVP vote.
Sam Monson. He actually posted why he voted for him. He said the guy had the worst offensive line in the season. Despite that, he was working miracles every single game.
The Dan Patrick Show. Middays from 11 until 2 on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
It's time to get back to the sports talk.
All right, let's do this thing. Go!
Sports Daily is on KFH.
Taco Bell is hooking you up with everything you need for the ultimate college hoops road trip. One winner scores a $700 StubHub gift card to pick the game or event they want to go to. $500 to cover the hotel stay, and a $50 gas card to get them home. All you have to do is text the keyword taco to the number 20357 for your chance to win. Message and data rates apply. You can enter once every 24 hours. Must be 18 or older to enter. You can find our full rules at the KFH website, kfhradio.com. Thanks to Prairie Fire Coffee for keeping us warmed up, fueled up yesterday. Boy, I don't know. I did our weather show on 12 News with Ross and Adrian yesterday, and I called myself a weather sissy, TJ. I think that's fair.
You are.
I yesterday felt cold again. I think it was 55 degrees, way above the average for February, and because of it, like already acclimated to the warm weather. Already.
I know. Let me tell you, having a dog changes a lot about your weather thinking. Like when you go outside and take that dog outside at 5:30 in the morning, and that wind just cuts through you. It's like, oh my gosh! Like that's what things. I was like, play. I thought it was supposed to be nice today. Like I would have put a coat on.
It'll be all right when the wind dies. The temperature will be okay when the wind dies. But a north wind dropping it down like that didn't feel good. And I'm going to tell you, the dogs, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Imagine now having to try to get 3 kids ready for school and fight with them like a fight in the commercial break of this show. That no, you can't wear shorts and t-shirt again today that you've been waiting to wear all winter long. You've got to wear something warm. And it turns to like, it's a throwdown. It's a battle royal up there sometimes. It just, weather affects everything now. Or imagine running a business and it impacting that. Like, it's annoying. There's nothing fun about it anymore.
I'm telling you, I tell people
this. The warm weather.
I tell people this all the time is that, like, especially like snow, but I mean a little bit of everything, but like snow and rain and like precipitation mainly, is that growing up playing baseball and having my life revolve around baseball, is that like it rains, it's a good day. That means you don't have practice that day. Whenever it's cold, sometimes you could get your way out of it. And then like as you kept playing baseball and as you got into college and playing baseball, it's like, hey, I'm sorry guys, put the long sleeves on, we're going today. It's like, oh great. And now it's like, yeah, life just happens no matter what.
When we in high school, it was just bad. I mean, in Amarillo, the weather's the same, except the wind blows more. The beginning of baseball season sucked so hard.
Awful. Catch fly balls in that wind.
They know it here. I mean, it's the same thing here. I feel bad for you. If the Shockers have to get out there every once in a while at X Stadium.
They're home openers. We'll talk to Kevin Saul about
That's
this.
what I was going to say.
You know how risky it is to book a home opener in February?
You're rolling the dice. Because sometimes, like, you might catch 55, 60 degrees, sunny, no wind. Like, it's okay. Lucky. That's all right. We can deal with that. Or you can get something much worse. But we will. We'll have Kevin Saul here in just a couple of minutes to talk about that. A couple of quick comments real quick, and then we'll get to Kevin Saul, and we'll let him help answer one of these questions. You know what? Let's hold both of these questions. Jay sent us some messages on YouTube. These will be good questions to ask with our guest as we bring in Kevin Saul now. Kevin, good morning. How are you? Big game day. A lot of buzz, a lot of energy around campus right now as you guys have a 6:30 tip with a game sitting there, all the implications there. The Shockers stay hot. How are you this morning? You got your Hawaiian on?
We're doing great this morning. Thanks so much for having us on the show, guys. It's a big day for the Shocks, big week for the Shocks, as I'm sure you guys have talked about, and a lot of folks know. We're sitting at second in the league with our men's basketball program, and it's a very unique week for us. We've got 2 home games. We've got South Florida tonight and Tulsa on Saturday, both of which are 1 game ahead of us. So we are certainly putting forth our best efforts to fill Charles Koch Arena and have 2 really dynamic and intimidating crowds for our team this week. Really important week for us. In fact, guys, I think you could say it's the most meaningful week of Shocker basketball in probably 6 years.
We agree.
Definitely.
We agree. Outside of winning a couple of games in the conference tournament or something like that for the regular season, I don't know. It's been a while. We totally agree. We've been saying that the whole time. So Jay asked
what we wanted, right, guys?
Go ahead.
I mean, we're not there yet. Clearly, we got a lot of work to do, but these are the situations we want to put our program in.
Jay asks us, Kevin, we'll let you help answer this on YouTube. How many people are we thinking tonight? Do you guys have any feel for attendances so far? I know you guys have run some specials that you can mention to the listeners here, but how has that effort gone to fill up Koch Arena the next 2 games?
I think it's gone really well. At the end of the day, predicting that number is difficult, right? Because, you're going to have walk-up crowds, certainly. We've done quite a bit of sales. In fact, you guys will know that, Shocker Nation spoke and we listened. You've got 2 games this week, and we decided just shortly after the Tulane game that we need to make a really, really good-hearted effort to make these as reasonable as possible. And so what we've got is a special this week. $25 gets you 2 GA tickets, 1 to tonight's South Florida game and 1 to the Tulsa game on Saturday. That's $12.50 per game, guys. You can't get into many high school games for less than $10. So Shocker Nation has spoken. We've listened. It's incredibly important that we have 10,000 in Charles Koch Arena. We've talked about it a lot on your show, guys. University and athletics program investing heavily in this basketball program because we all want a consistent NCAA tournament team, and in fact, a consistent second weekend NCAA tournament team. The challenge with that is the chicken and the egg that we always talk about, right? It takes resources in today's environment to consistently position your program in that spot. And so it requires 8, 9, 10,000 in Charles Koch Arena for us to produce the resources to be able to do that. But you couldn't ask for a better week for us to get back into the habit of filling Charles Koch Arena and putting us in that spot, right? But we need Wichita to do that, right? I think collectively we talk all the time about we fight for Wichita. It's time to fight for Wichita. It really is time, and we're looking forward to it. It'll be one of the better crowds of the year. To give you a specific number, I don't know. But the sales have been really good here the last 36, 48 hours. You can walk up and still get that $25 special tonight as well. So a normal GA ticket on a standard night like tonight's game would be $20. So it's a $5 upsell to get the Tulsa game on Saturday. So we're really hoping in a city of 500,000 folks that we've got 10,000 folks that are interested enough in supporting our basketball program to fill Charles Koch Arena.
Yeah, Kevin, you've talked about, since you've taken the job, basically, about how important it is to, have Wichita, help, as you say, we win with Wichita, that type of thing. the hard part about that, obviously, that every mid-major around the country is, going through this battle, is that you've got to give Wichita something to be exciting about. And that's kind of what the uphill battle has been, for the last, 5 years. You talked about the most meaningful week. You've got a meaningful week in front of you. You talked a little bit about the process of going all in. This is kind of an investment for Wichita State. If you can have a good week filled with good crowds, that can turn into more and more. That's athletic director 101, I imagine, right?
Well, TJ, I think you mentioned a couple things that really resonate with me there as a process, right? Number one, there is a process. We hired Coach Mills because if you look at his record at Oral Roberts, for a lot of reasons, one of the reasons, if you look at his record at Oral Roberts over the 6 years, it improved every single year. We have done that up to this point. We have work to do this year to get beyond 19 games. It's clear that our conference record will be improved this year over last. And so that improvement is a process. There's a development component to that. But the second thing that you said that resonates with me is, in my mind, just being blunt and candid, it is unreasonable to have championship level expectations if you don't align the resources to do that. Right? It's literally impossible if you don't put the dollars behind it to produce a championship level team consistently, to produce an NCAA tournament team consistently. It is unreasonable to have the expectation that we will get there. And so the chicken and the egg dynamic, that conundrum, it solves itself. It's really simple. Right? If you want to improve your home, TJ, your air conditioner is not working great in the summer. You're going to have to put the dollars behind it to be able to fix that problem. At the end of the day, that's very intuitive. It's very common sense for us. We've got to put the dollars behind this thing. It is a marathon. It's not a sprint. We're resourcing this thing incredibly well. We will continue to expand those resources for our basketball program in the coming years. Because we understand those investments are necessary for us to have the championship team that we want. And so what we're trying to get to this week is for our community to understand that investment is critical on the front end for us to be able to get a basketball championship level program that we need.
Kevin Saul, Wichita State Athletic Director, joining us. Kevin, the basketball itself has helped a great deal. This team has really come into its own, I think, and created an identity Shocker fans can get behind. If you go to the games, you can kind of see the fans gravitating to players, which is something you always worry about with so much turnover now. But I always tell people, by the end of the season, when we're watching college basketball, I know it's annoying, the portal and everything for fans, but we're to the point now where this feels like Wichita State's team. I think the fans and players feel like they're really connecting this year.
We got a great group of guys, and I will tell you that obviously it doesn't directly win you championships, but Paul and I both believe it really does from an indirect standpoint. We have a fantastic group of men, right? They're good people. And good people make good players, and good players make good teams. And there's a lot of work that goes into that. That's oversimplified. But at the end of the day, we've got a group of men that are very easy to cheer for. They're very easy to align with and to resonate with. We don't have issues in the community with our guys. Our guys work incredibly hard. They've got the best GPA in the history of the program this past fall. There are so many reasons why folks can support and align with this team. The reverse side of that, Jacob, you talk about the transfer portal, you talk about NIL, you talk about roster resources, and at the end of the day, we've been in this job for almost 4 years. You will hear dozens of reasons why not to support a team. Excuses in terms of, hey, I don't like this or I don't like that, or hey, this is here or that is here. And at the end of the day, Jacob and TJ, to be really candid and blunt with you, those reasons will always exist if folks want them to exist. At the end of the day, we have a team that's easy to align with, that resonates well with our fan base, that's having some success this year and has an incredibly important week this week to push us into first place in our league. And to me, that's enough to support this particular team. And we've heard time and time again from folks in Wichita, we want a championship-level program. We want a program that will sit in first place in this league. We want a program that will get to the NCAA tournament. Right? There's a lot of unsavory things in the world of college athletics, but at this point, at this time, right now, we have an opportunity to push this team into first place and do all the things that we want to do as a community, and we need our community.
Yeah, Kevin, Paul Mills will notoriously tell you if you ask him that he's just focused on the next game and going 1-0 and not getting caught up in the bigness of game. This is what you want your head coach to say. I think it's the athletic director's job to maybe sell it. This is a game. They beat USF in overtime on the road, and they had Tulsa, basically on the ropes for a majority of that game on the road. These are two winnable games. And as you keep saying, I mean, it goes without saying how big they are.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And we've talked about it on your show before, right? ADs and fan bases tend to be focused on outcomes, whereas coaches and players are focused on process, scouting, preparation, defense, offensive schemes, all of those components. And that's what you want from your coaches and your players. It's not focused on outcome. It's focused on how we get to that outcome. And at the end of the day, we have to support that as an administration as well. So it is an incredibly important week. But at the end of the day, right now, Saturday doesn't matter. What matters is tonight. What matters is we have a really good South Florida team that's coming in here tonight. What matters is that we have an intimidating and really raucous crowd at Charles Koch Arena tonight to give ourselves the advantage that we know we have when Charles Koch Arena is full, and it only is going to cost folks $25 to be able to create that this week. So at the end of the day, we need to be focused on process to get to outcome, and that process is really important on both the coach and player side, but it's also important on the administration and fan base side. We need folks in Charles Koch Arena tonight.
They can make a day of it Saturday. Real quick, Kevin, it looks like the weather's going to participate. The rain chances are a little lessened for Northern Colorado in baseball's home opener, a series this weekend with 4 games if they can get them in with the weather. I know that group is ready to get out there and start playing games and blaze a new trail this year.
Yeah, that group is kind of rallied around the concept and the thought process that we have something to prove. And we do. We have something to prove. You've got a program that's now in year 3 under Coach Green. Year 1, we lose in the 10th inning of the championship game in the tournament. You guys will recall it well, to go to our first NCAA tournament, our baseball program in 11 or 12 years. Had a really difficult year last year. And so this group feels like we've got something to prove, and we do. And that starts this weekend. We've got a 4-game set, 1 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday against Northern Colorado. Heard you guys talk a little bit before I got on the air about the riskiness of a series in mid-February in Wichita, Kansas. And, you roll the dice a little bit there, but our risk is a little less because we have a synthetic field and we have an opportunity to play through some of that weather. So, again, I think we're in a really good spot. I will tell you, as of 3 days ago, we had sold out all of the first base Lowe's tables except 2. So we have 2 of those remaining. Season ticket renewals and new sales have gone really, really well. Guys, we started the season with 5 suites open for sale up top, and we're down to 1. And so I think the community is resonating around our baseball program. And again, we have something to prove, and they're highly motivated for the weekend.
Yeah, Kevin, you talk about the basketball fans, hungry for championships and everything like that. Obviously the history of Shocker baseball is there. I imagine fans have been the same way. Everybody that we talk to around baseball, Shocker baseball can be a power and has been a power, and they're kind of hungry for that as well in the same breath.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, when you look at it just from an economic standpoint, guys, for us to be able to, and I want to be really clear and highlight this phrase, for us to be able to afford the lifestyle that we have, and the lifestyle is defined as a 16-sport athletics program, paying the coaches, doing the roster resources, traveling the way we travel, for us to do that well, for us to do that effectively, for us to do that at a championship level, for us to continue to do that, we have to have the economic engine of our department functioning really well. And in that case, it is men's basketball and baseball, right? We can seat 7,500 over at baseball. We seat 10.5 over at Charles Koch Arena, and those are critically important financial engines for our department. So we have to do well in those 2 programs. It's critical.
Kevin, still not too late to make it a Hawaiian shirt giveaway night at Charles Koch Arena on this Hawaiian Shirt Wednesday. Just
here, I'm curious, Kevin. Was it your thinking of for the students the free chicken sandwiches and $3 beer? Was that Kevin Saul's idea?
It doesn't matter whose idea it was. We got a great team. It is a team effort. We got a lot of folks pulling the rope in the right direction. Madison Stein-Mason is our deputy AD, oversees external. Cole Chisholm is our chief resource officer and oversees our ticket office and annual fund. Connor Phelps and his marketing team do a phenomenal job. And so we actually had a 2-hour delay getting home from Tulane. Our flight was delayed, and we knew that going in. So we went back to the team meeting room at the hotel, and about a handful of us sat around and said, okay, how are we going to make this week really, really special? And the ideas were flying. So we got a lot of good things planned for the week.
Can't wait for it. Can't wait for the atmospheres. Kevin, we appreciate it. Good luck with the festivities tonight, and let's get a Shocker win.
All right, guys, we'll see you tonight. Thanks so much. And Shocker Nation, we look forward to seeing you in Charles Koch Arena. You guys have a great day, and go Shocks.
Here's Kevin Saul. We're coming back with more Sports Daily right after this.
This is Sports Radio KFH.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu? Fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I ordered the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
Score a 2 for $5 deal on a sausage McMuffin with egg and more. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's almost President's Day, and this year I've got a winning strategy for saving big. I'm skipping the phony sales and instead scoring everyday low prices on my favorite pieces from Bob's Discount Furniture. When I shop Bob's, I get more of what I love. More style, more storage, more comfort, more choices, even more years on that precious mattress warranty. All for a fraction of the cost of what you pay at other stores. So this President's Day weekend, stop in or shop online and see how much more you can save when you dare to compare at Bob's. Just got a new puppy or kitten? Congrats! But also, yikes. Between crates, beds, toys, treats, and those first few vet visits, you've probably already dropped a small fortune, which is where Lemonade Pet Insurance comes in. It helps cover vet costs so you can focus on what's best for your new pet. The coverage is customizable, sign-up is quick and easy, and your claims are handled in as little as 3 seconds. Pro tip, Lemonade offers a package specifically for puppies and kittens. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet. Your future self will thank you. Your pet won't. They don't know what insurance is.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic.
The I-235 ramp going south heading onto K96 eastbound is starting to back up. Give yourself some extra time there. Otherwise, no major problems on the main roads. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey, Wichita traffic.
Weather.
Mostly sunny and mild today, a high of 55, but far less wind than Tuesday. Southeast breeze 5 to 15. Becoming partly cloudy, overnight low 35. Partly cloudy on Thursday and milder with a high in the low 60s. Becoming mostly cloudy Friday, high of 60. Rain chances return on Valentine's Day. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Basically, get out of the way.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
And you kept wondering, is there something more that New England can do? And here's Josh McDaniels, who has more experience than any other offensive coordinator in NFL history in the Super Bowl. And I kept thinking, I want Drake May to get the ball and get it out of his hands, like right away. Just get it out. I don't care where it's going, get it out.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
The Dan Patrick Show, middays from 11 until 2 on 97.5 and 1240 KFH. The Wildcats.
Three wide open again, and it's perfect again.
Hit the courts.
To the rim, layup good.
Right here.
Yeah. How about these Cats?
Be here every game as the Wildcats pounce the hardwood all season long on your home for Kansas State Wildcat basketball.
K-State at home hosting Cincinnati. The Wildcats and the Bearcats. Live coverage for K-State basketball. 7 o'clock Wednesday evening right here on 97.5 and 1240 KFH. College baseball, it's the season opener for Wichita State at X Stadium. The Shockers hosting Northern Colorado. The Shockers and the Bears, live coverage at 2:45 Friday afternoon right here on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
The commercials are over.
Yo, I haven't got all day.
869-1240.
Time to get busy.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Glad to be here with you. Jacob Albracht, TJ Cleveland on Sports Daily. Thanks to Crestview Country Club for being a great supporter of the program. Course is looking great for some February golf. And you know, if I'm out there, that it's pretty nice because I don't typically get out there at less than, 60 degrees. But it's looking good out there. 36 holes to choose from at Crestview. Finally, all that snow melted off. It's easy to find a ball right now. The roughs aren't that rough. It's a great time for golfers like me. So get out there. They have all kinds of packages, by the way, too. If you're into the golf, even if you're not into the golf, the social aspect of it is a blast. We enjoy it. Our family loves it. We've been there for, 5-6 years now. So get out there. Give them a call. Go take a tour. Tell them we sent you there to Crestview Country Club. Welcome back in. TJ, I know we're not to the headlines I missed section yet, and I can't wait for it. That's coming up at the top of the next hour. I missed this headline about chicken sandwiches and $3 beers, though.
Did you? Oh, it's awesome.
What is happening here?
Go Shockers put out that students that go to the game tonight get a free Chick-fil-A sandwich and $3 mini Michelob Ultra cans upon arrival. First 350 students.
Obviously,
get
21 and up.
Chicken and beer.
So
ludicrous.
That Steve Buscemi gif comes to mind for me. Like, hey kids, like, how do you disguise yourself as a college student?
How do you do, fellow kids? That one?
Yeah. That's a hell of a deal.
Chicken, $3 beer, good basketball. How many people do you think is going to be there? People keep asking me what the number is, and I don't know. But like, it feels like 10 is a tall ask. But I mean,
it's hard to guess on a Wednesday night at 6:30.
I also don't. The athletic department also should not be putting out a number, because if it's below that or above that or something like that, you just
they're not going to say it because there's you'd expect a big walk-up crowd.
Exactly.
You expect an even bigger walk-up crowd Saturday if they can win tonight.
Yep. What do you think? I think that 10's a tall ask. I think that they can get.
I don't know that I think a sellout is coming tonight.
I think they can get to 10 if they win tonight then get that potentially.
Oh yeah, I think they can get to 10 Saturday for sure.
100%.
Tonight,
I feel like 8's pretty reasonable. I wonder. I need to look. I wonder. Did they get 8 for that K-State game? You think?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll do some digging. So. We need to do some stats.
It will be good. It will. But look, we went whatever day that was last week to the midweek against Charlotte, and that was a nice crowd. So, I think that people are talking about them more since then already. That was a good crowd. The Memphis crowd was a great crowd. Hell, even the North Texas crowd a little while ago was decent. I think you're going to get a pretty good crowd tonight.
There you go. K-State in Coke Arena last year on a Saturday night got 8250. Let's see what Memphis was a good one.
So can you beat 8250?
Memphis was that Sunday morning game, and it had a really good crowd last year.
Well, the Memphis game this year had a really good crowd.
That one got 62 because it was snowy.
Yeah. I think it'll be pretty good.
It could be
Memphis,
pretty good. I hope
Memphis
it is.
last year. This is probably. I feel like you could reasonably say this is going to be the most attended American Conference game since, like probably
Tonight
like
or Saturday.
I mean, maybe both. Honestly, like since probably Houston back in like 21.
I was at that game. That game was awesome. The one they almost won. It's
because there was nobody at the game that they did win. Right, that was the Craig game winner. Yeah.
Right. I don't know, man. Wednesday nights are hard. Weeknight games are hard. It just depends. Like, what are schools doing this time? Like, does everybody have basketball practice? Like, it's weeknight games are tough to guess for me. I think Saturday, though, the walk-up potential, that's where I think you're going to see the monster. I do think you'll see a really good crowd tonight. I do.
Here's a Tuesday 7 p.m. game against Mizzou. The last year IB got 7,200, so that's a point of reference for you.
Those are different kinds of environments, though. Like people are hyped there because you're playing Mizzou. Let me see what.
Obviously,
let's see let's see what Charlotte was. Charlotte was a pretty good crowd.
Charlotte probably was not as good as Memphis. It was probably like 55 at Charlotte.
5,200 on a weeknight game. I'm gonna go to 7,500. That's where I'm going to put that's where I hope to see it get to, 7,500 people. How about that? And sell out on Saturday would be the hope. Because
cool.
Why not? It's a Saturday game. The team that's probably going to be in first place. What do they do this week? I haven't even looked at their schedule. It's awesome to have this. I mean, it's what we've been talking about all week. It's what we just talked about with Kevin Saul. Like, it's just nice to be having these kinds of games. It will be nice if the Shockers can continue this, that you don't have to, like, we're going to have PJ Kuznard in here. He's going to tell you he wants to see it the game. Like,
PJ Kuznard, it's pretty funny that PJ is doing all this stuff. That's why I want to talk to him so bad, is that, like, I interviewed PJ whenever he got the job to come back and be an assistant, and it's like the third thing that he said is that, like, guys, we were selling this out back in like 2005, and like we weren't even like that great yet. Like, why aren't we selling it out still?
Yeah, they sold it out until
until
COVID. Like, it was like it was nonstop, and then COVID had an impact on everything everywhere. Obviously, Buddy Jackson lets us know that there are area schools off Thursday and Friday, parent-teacher conferences. No problem with a little hangover for parent-teacher conferences. Let's get it together here, folks. Let's get it together. We're just advocates for the community. I mean, honestly, like I have no issue as we're here 2 hours every morning telling Kevin Saul, let's go get a win tonight. That's not like, normally that's a little like odd or strange for me to say, but I mean it. Like, let's get this program back to being the number one ticket in town. Like, that's selfish. It's not like the beacon of journalism. I get it, but I want it to be there because it means everything to this community.
Listen, at the end of the day, people talk about this a lot, and we've had that conversation on this show. They're not playing K-State or KU. It doesn't, like, obviously go win. We don't give a crap about South Florida.
Yes. And we give a bigger crap about living here and being a part of this community.
I tell people I still have not covered a sellout in Charles Cook Arena. I got close on a TBT game, but I've never been in the building for a sellout in Cook Arena.
It's loud.
I want to see it. People have told me. That's the argument we were talking about yesterday with Allen Fieldhouse. Obviously, it's 5,000 less seats and, different, but like, people talk about those years back in 2015.
Look, I've been to both. Allen has its own special soul and charm and energy. Sold out Charles Koch Arena is just as loud. Like, there's not like, the loud factor is the same. It's wild. It's crazy. It's the same. Like, you'd have people come in, whether it was, whether the broadcasters were come in, whether it was, other media, whether we've had like job candidates for, like, they'd go in and they'd look around and be like, what in the world? And you're like, yeah,
I know. I'm telling you. I remember K-State, whenever they were here last year, all the K-State beat guys came. It was the first time they covered a game in Coke Arena because it was the first time which their K-State's played there in 20 years. And they were all sitting there like,
Oh, I mean, it's a mid-major. Like, it's kind of silly that we're playing this game in a mid-major school at their arena and stuff like that. And then they're like, this is like a Big 12 arena. This thing's sweet. Like, it's the best. It's the best building in the American.
Breaking news. Headlines TJ hasn't seen yet this morning, I don't think. Shockers are home dogs tonight.
Ooh.
Shockers are home dogs tonight.
And they beat them on the road. That's crazy.
Tulsa is a 9.5-point favorite over UAB. Temple has to go to Tulane. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff here. There's some pretty hot action tonight in the AAC. There is a world where Wichita State could win and be in a tie for first place with Tulsa losing the tiebreaker tonight. For sure. Tulsa could absolutely lose to UAB, probably not at home. They're pretty heavy favorites in that game, but you never know. But Temple could absolutely lose at Tulane.
Yep.
Temple's not, if you go by the metrics, not as highly regarded as Tulsa, South Florida, Wichita State, or Memphis.
Temple's a lot like Charlotte. Yeah. I don't. That's crazy. They're home dog. What is it, like 2 points?
It is 1.5. Tulane is a 1.5 point home dog. No. I'm about Wichita State.
Shockers.
Also a 1.5 point home dog.
Okay.
Also. If that, I get it. South Florida is in a lot of ways kind of, similar to Wichita State. They're a much better offense and a way worse defense, but they can rebound the ball. They are big, right? I assume they're big. But they can rebound, whether they're big or not. I know that they're one of the better rebounding teams in the country. They average 47.5, and Wichita State, who we know is one of the best rebounding teams in the country, real quick, is averaging per game 44. So a little over 44. So that is going to be interesting. Wichita State, one of their superpowers this year is rebounding. South Florida is the only team really that they ever play that can get up there with them in that regard. So, here's your Kenyon Giles nuclear night would be real handy. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
Here's your Ken Palm stats of the day. They are the 5th worst team in the country at block percentage. So I assume that's blocks per field goals attempted by the other team. They don't block a lot of shots, so maybe that's something. And the average, I don't even know what this stat is. Average 2-point distance. This is a new stat. Average 2-point distance is 4.1. So that means that they try to dominate inside, I imagine.
They are 65th in Ken Palm right now. Wichita State's 89th. They are a team led by their offense. The Shockers, of course, a team led by their defense. They align pretty good, and they're going to have revenge on their mind. This one will be fun. This one will be a lot of fun. Wichita State needs to lock it down defensively, but we know, or at least we assume, rebounding is not going to be a part of that the way it is in a lot of games. Challenges out there, Shockers. Like, go win that rebounding battle. We'll talk to PJ Kuznard about that. How do you out-rebound one of the better rebounding teams in the country? We'll ask him. I imagine he'll tell us it's some sort of toughness thing, some sort of attitude thing at that point. I mean, that's what you tell a kid. That's what you're told growing up. Size doesn't matter on a rebound. Block them out. Energy every time. I'm so excited. I'm so ready for this. This is between this and KU and what they're doing right now. I'm far less depressed that football season's over than normal, than it has been in a little while.
This is the best post Super Bowl week for the state of Kansas that we've had in a long time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Probably. I guess since KU and K-State were both elite that one year.
Yeah, we need K-State to come back around. There was a time when all three were really good. Doesn't always happen, but if you get all three of them, the beauty of that is when you get all three, man, you just got games for days. Like you just like every night of the week you're watching. It's
awesome.
Game. We have two tonight. K-State, by the way, plays Cincinnati. This is a chance for a K-State win. I haven't looked at that line. I'll do that during the break here. I kind of feel like betting K-State tonight.
Jacob, I got a comment here from Chris on Twitter that the ludicrous comment flew right over your head. Do you understand that reference? Chicken and beer?
I know Luda. Chicken and beer?
You know chicken and beer? No, you're too old. Sorry.
No, for Luda, I'm not too old for Luda. He's right in my wheelhouse.
People are saying that.
I don't remember that lyric. Or is that a song?
It's an album.
I don't know albums from Luda, but I know Luda songs. That was in my peak rap. We'll be right back with more Sports Daily.
This is 97.5 and 1240 KFH, Wichita, K248CY Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic.
The I-235 ramp going south heading onto K96 eastbound is starting to back up. Give yourself some extra time there. Otherwise, no major problems on the main roads. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather.
Mostly sunny and mild today, a high of 55, but far less wind than Tuesday. Southeast breeze 5 to 15. Becoming partly cloudy overnight, low 35. Partly cloudy on Thursday and milder with a high in the low 60s. Becoming mostly cloudy Friday, high of 60. Rain chances return on Valentine's Day.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
As a man, finding a great pair of pants feels harder than it should. Some look sharp but feel stiff. Others are comfortable but wrinkle, stain, or lose their shape by noon. And if you're working, traveling, or constantly on the move, most pants just cannot keep up. That's where Jack Archer comes in.
JackArcher.com delivers one pair of pants designed for real life. Whether it's golf with the guys or date night with someone special, these pants will keep you comfortable and looking polished wherever the day takes you.
That's right, Mark. The Jack Archer Jet Setter Tech Pant is wrinkle-free, stain-resistant, and built to hold its shape all day. With customizable fit options and multiple colors, these are the one pair of pants you'll want to wear every day.
Jack Archer, ready when you are. For a limited time, get 15% off your first order with code GETJACK at jackarcher.com. Again, that's promo code GETJACK at jackarcher.com for 15% off your first order.
This is attorney Omid Azari from Azari Law. If you've been injured in an accident and feel like no one is fighting for you, it's time to fight back. Call Azari Law at 888-828-HURT. Just with one call, you can put a proven legal team on your side. Azari Law has been serving the DMV for over 15 years, proudly fighting for our local community. I was born and raised right here in the DMV, and my team is made up of experienced, reputable local attorneys dedicated to fighting for injury victims just like you. Follow us on all social platforms at azari.law. That's AZARI.LAW. Don't wait, don't settle. Fight back with Azari Law. With offices in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, my team and I are ready to stand up for you. Call 888-828-HURT. That's 888-828-HURT. And let us fight back for you.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
We're a few weeks into the new year, and I want to check in. How are those lifestyle resets going? Maybe you're tightening up your exercise routine, finally learning that new skill, or attempting to eat a bit healthier. We all know that starting the year strong is a lot easier and much more delicious when you have the right fuel. That's where Omaha Steaks come in. Stay satisfied, keep your energy up, and fuel your daily routine with premium portion proteins delivered right to your door. Omaha Steaks have been America's original butcher since 1917. We're talking about 5 generations of uncompromising quality, backed by an unconditional 100% money-back guarantee. Their variety is unmatched. From handcrafted USDA-certified tender steaks to gourmet burgers, seafood, and versatile chicken, every steak is perfectly aged to maximize tenderness and hand-cut by master butchers. Let Omaha Steaks deliver high-quality proteins right to your door. Visit omahasteaks.com and get an extra $35 off with promo code T-Bone at checkout. That's OMAHA steaks.com. Promo code T-Bone. Terms apply. See site for details.